This is a general reading for Leo for December 15th through the 21st. So if Leo is your sun or moon, rising, or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. For December, I'm again offering a 30-minute complimentary reading for those who either subscribe or put in a comment in the month of December, and one person will be randomly selected for that 30-minute reading. So if you want to be considered, either subscribe, which costs absolutely nothing, or put in a comment. And know that I do read all your comments and I so appreciate them, and consider your suggestions. Subscriptions, comments, and likes help support the channel. So if you like this video, hit the like button. That helps. Also, if you think you're a subscriber, look at the video you're watching. Does it say subscribers? Sometimes you subscribe and then for some reason YouTube unsubscribes. So look and see if you're a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber and you want to be, just hit the subscribe button. The other advantage of being a subscriber is you'll be notified when the videos come out so that you can see the most current videos. And I thank you all for the support of the channel. Because of everyone, it has built up, and I really appreciate you and your support. Now, if you want your own private reading, maybe it's the end of the year, time to look at what's going to happen in 2025. Or do you have that heart to shout for a person and you could get them purchase a reading for them? Consider that. My readings, send me an email. My email's down below, and the readings are $30 for 30 minutes, $50 for an hour, and that is either live, and I use WhatsApp, or I can send you your own video to watch at your convenience. So if you want a reading, send me an email. I have my team here today. Nina's on the table here, and it's very cold in Portugal this week. It's going to warm up over the weekend, but I have her all wrapped up, and I bought a nice wool shawl last year, and so she's all wrapped up in that. Jason's in the bedroom, and he has a vet appointment tomorrow. He's not felt too well, and I couldn't get him in until tomorrow because they were all booked up today, but he's got a UTI, and before they said he might have Cushing, so he's not felt so good. He's not been a happy pup, and it makes me worried. Milo's in the sitting room, and Hope is in the kitchen, and I think Hope's eyes are starting to clear up and he can start seeing. The kittens are outside right now, but they have found another spot in the house. Now they're not going into the pantry as much anymore. They're going into my bedroom is good, which means that they're getting more domesticated. They're not so feral, which is good, so that they can acclimate to being more house cats, because I want to take them to the US with me. Now I have shuffled the cards. I am using the light seers, and then I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards. It's going to be interesting. My energy all of a sudden got real high as I was shuffling the cards, and I meditated a little bit before. So this might be very strong with your spirit team. So the first card we have is the very beginning. New chapter coming for you, Leo. New chapter. Crossed over by the Eight of Swords. Now this is almost a conflict, because you're feeling that you can't move forward. The Eight of Swords, it could be you have your new chapter, but you're feeling some restrictions. It's almost like your options, that you have some restrictions, and so you feel that you don't have all the options that you would like to have, all the choices, because you have all these self-imposed restrictions. We'll go more into that. At the base of it is, Eight of Wands. Things start moving. Now, isn't this interesting that you have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands? Yes. So we've got our repeating numbers. Behind you is Six of Swords. Decided to move forward. So you got two movement cards. You have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords. So whatever situation you've been in, you decided, okay, I'm moving forward. I learned what I needed to learn. I'm not going to be stuck in this. And what's on your mind is the Ace of Cups. This is what's on your mind. We'll go over what the options could be, and it could be different things for different people. Now remember, the Ace of Cups can be new love. However, you don't have to have a relationship. You know, if you don't want a partner, or you're happy just the way the things are right now, it could be moving to a home. It could be loving yourself. Now, I follow Julie Poole, and she talked about timing, and that, you know, if she wanted a loving relationship, however, not at that time because it was not convenient, or not, I shouldn't say convenient, but she had other things going on, that she was going to move to a different location. So, you know, you have to look at the logistics of what if you found somebody in your in the area you live in, but your intention was, and your plan was, and everyone was following that you were moving, and it wasn't a convenient time. So, you know, you can say, yes, I want love in my life, I want a relationship, however, not now. You have free will. Now, what's ahead is the Six of Pentacles. Then we have the Nine of Swords. This is about everything that's going on. This is, you know, like the overall thing. And the Nine of Swords. So you've been thinking about what happened to you with that Nine of Swords. Then we have the Emperor. The Two of Swords. And the final outcome is, oh, look at this, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a good outcome. You have and I look at, you know, I read the Celtic Cross a little bit differently because I read it almost like a time sequential. So the final outcome for you is the Ace of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Swords with the Nine of Cups, your wish card. Emperor with the Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords with the Moon. Six of Pentacles with Judgment. Going to get help. Yes, you've got the Hierophant here. No. Okay, I was just thinking the help could also be from your spirit team. The Ace of Cups crowning you, the Wheel of Fortune. Six of Swords behind you, yes, absolutely, with the Chariot, moving forward, action, action, moving forward out of that situation. Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands. Then we have Four of Cups, crossed over by the Queen of Swords. I would say for most of you, the transition, the Nine of Swords, because you have the Nine of Swords and you have the Nine of Cups, there's another repeating number. It could be that for some of you it's a broken relationship, or things didn't work out. For others it could be a change of home, a change of work. Let's see. I get that someone was on a project and it stopped. That you had a project and they stopped it before it was complete. Either they lost a contract or they felt that it wasn't going to be viable, that they saw that it, not that it was going to overrun on cost, but it was either that it would be too expensive for the users. It was some sort of application or program or something, and actually to use it would be too expensive. So the cost benefit wasn't balanced, and so, you know, when they started running, the idea was good, but when the numbers started running, it was that to apply it really didn't save any money. And it would be expensive to run this if businesses were going to use it. Especially with changes in the economy and changes in focus of industries, whatever they're saying, changes in focus of industries and businesses, that there's like a shift that's going on, and so that is affecting projects being given, because companies not only are looking at cost saving, but looking at how the scene is going to be changing. And this affects some of you who are in project development, or that, you know, working for large corporations, that there's a shift that's going on. And so as the shift is going on, we need to shift, so that it is that maybe you had one niche of what was your job. Now, because of the shift, you need to add to learn other things, so that you don't apply just for a job in that particular field, but enhancing your skills and being flexible to apply your skills to the shift that's going to be occurring. Now, I could give you an example that, you know, we have to keep up with the times. For example, and I know this is very archaic, but we don't have any need for, a very low need for buggy whips. People do not go around with horse and buggy, except in Amish country. So what I'm saying is, in the 1800s, there was a high demand for that. However, the demand went away because we needed to be flexible. Everyday businesses have changed, and the demand, so it's, you know, so the demand for a buggy whip factory worker, there's no demand anymore. Just as in a technical field, and that was a very simplistic thing, but in a technical field, things are changing with artificial intelligence, with you know, our communication systems, and also the varying government regulations throughout the globe. And it's like changing daily. So it is, as you are looking in the work field, this is especially for someone in the work field, it's adjusting to being flexible and being willing to learn new things and adjustments. Now, for some of you, it's going to be difficult because you're used to like doing what you're doing. You've always done it. You feel very comfortable with it. It create, you know, it was your niche. You know, we have certain jobs that really resonate with us. However, things are changing, and it's important to be flexible. As it applies for people, even being flexible in your daily life. This applies to everybody. I don't know why I'm talking about being flexible. However, you know, it's being flexible in our daily lives. People are going from remote to back into the office. Maybe it's changing, well, that would certainly change your schedule of transportation costs, you know, balance of work and home. You know, that's one of those things, but there's even more things about being flexible. Being flexible as the economy changes, being flexible if there's shortages. So it's all about being adaptable, and being adaptable releases the stress. So it's about expectations also. Expectations. Okay, so let's go on, because part of it is some of you have had a breakup in the home. It could be that. For others, it could be the workforce, projects that have been ditched, saying we're not going to do it anymore, or combining locations for work. So, you know, changing where you're, the site, who's your boss, who's your co-workers. And it could be, you know, some of what you're going through could be moving, Could be changing residence, could be relationships, it could be even defining relationships of people around you, family members, for example. That's, you know, for different people it can be interpreted that way. Because we have here, your reading is, you have your Fool card, New Beginnings. However, then you have your Eight of Swords. Now, this absolutely applies if there's changes going on in your life that I just went through this flexible thing. Because, see now, this Eight of Swords is self-imposed in some ways. This crows around you are thoughts. Those are your thoughts, the self-talk. And, you know, there's two emotions, fear and love. And this is fear. It's all this negative thing. And like if you're switching jobs, it's like, oh, it's going to be so hard. I heard those people weren't easy to work with. You know, the traffic, you know, all those things that are, you know. Or it could be about relationships or about moving. Whatever is there, because this is your new, the Fool, New Beginnings. But it is with apprehension that you have the new chapter. Some things have been going on in your life, so you're moving forward. The Fool is a new chapter. However, there's some restrictions because it's going forth. Oh, okay. So it's sort of like going forth when you're going to go swimming. There's the diving board, and you're sort of like creeping out on the diving board. This is, you know, and you don't know what you're going to be jumping into. Well, you're going to jump into the pool, but there's the apprehensions, not knowing what's going to be there. And so this is your Eight of Swords. That goes perfectly along about flexibility. Thank you, Spirit. Now, the other thing is that you have you as the Queen of Swords, standing firm, related to the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is how things didn't turn out. They always say, 3 cups filled, 2 on the shelf. Well, that seems very simplistic, yes. But it's true. There's the 3 cups. It can be past situations, past relationships, homes, and then you do have opportunities in the future. But this is your feelings about it. And you're being introspective about relationships or situations in the past. Assessing, what was your role? What happened? What could you have done differently? How did it turn out? So what was your role in it? And what would you choose in the future? What's your discernment? If there's new opportunities for a relationship, for example, because you have the Ace of Cups, you might be going with a little bit of like, well, you know, I know that didn't turn out so well. I'm going to be very cautious this time. You know, it's that talk about, what did I do? I'm going to be very careful. That didn't feel so good the way it turned out with these other 3. So, you know, that could be, you know, really taking your time, being very cautious because of, you know, carrying those feelings around. Then we have, and the Queen of Swords is you being very clear. Now, the Queen of Swords is one, you know, usually feminine energy, of knowing exactly, very clear communication, strong, knows what she wants. Because at the base of it is moving forward, your 8 of Wands, because you had your 8 of Swords, your 8 of Wands moving forward and reaching to the heavens, the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods is balanced. You know, the Queen of Swords is, you know, like the no-nonsense kind of person. The Queen of Wands is approachable. See, she's reaching to the heavens. She's manifesting what she wants. And things are moving in her life, in your life. Things are moving in your life. Because behind you, again, movement, 6 of Swords, and the Chariot. Chariot is major arcana. So it is, okay, 6 of Swords. I know when I'm leaving and I'm going to smoother waters and I'm in charge of my boat. This is, you know, it could be moving to a different work environment. It could be putting the past chapter behind you of relationships, love, projects, work, conflict. For some of you, someone had a friendship. I don't know if it was a relationship. I don't know if you really lived with this person, but it was like, okay, I've had enough of this. Not in a bad way, but it was like, okay, you know, this hasn't felt so good for me. And so you're moving forward. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm going to describe a relationship with someone that I, you knew this person for a long period of time, and you sort of ignored the signs, and then after a while, you said to yourself, you know, this is really not adding to my life, and you know, I see that I think it's a friendship, or it could be a relationship. I think it's been like a casual relationship where you saw this person every so often, but you're like, you know, it's not adding to my life. It seems like I'm the one that's putting in the 110%. So I'm going to move onward. I know that I'm describing a relationship for someone, and you're going to say, oh, that was me. And you're going to say, you know, I decided to move forward, that it really wasn't adding to my life. So that's for someone, because you're moving forward, whatever the situation was. It can be that when you were in a relationship with someone and you're like moving forward, or moving forward for work, whatever it is, there's that action. Because what's on your mind is this Ace of Cups. Can be relationship, can be new love, can be a home, can be love for yourself. There's your Ace of Cups. And you're spinning your wheel, trusting the universe. For some of you, maybe you do want a new relationship, and it's on your mind, and you're like, okay, I'm going to test the waters, and I'm trusting the universe. I'm going to put it out there, put some energy. And it's a point of being optimistic, and doing it with some hesitation, because you still have some of those feelings around of past relationships that didn't work out. But you're trusting in the universe and spinning the wheel and saying to the universe, okay, I'm going to put it out there that I want to manifest this. Jason, you can't go that way, because you're going to end up with a bunch of wires. So you're going to have to go back. Nope, you can't go that way. No, you have to go back. You're going to get in a bunch of chargers and everything. Go back. I don't need him unplugging everything. So you're going to be, you know, saying, I trust you, universe. Because then what we have ahead is that you get help, Six of Pentacles, money coming to you, and manifestation. What you've been working on is coming to you. Could be someone wanting to help you. It could be a job offer. It could be your own business. So it's new opportunities. It could be someone helping you. It could be a mentor. It could be being hired, someone telling you about a job, and there's your manifestation. It's coming. It is on its way, right ahead. Then what's around you is your Nine of Swords, and follow the moon. So whatever that situation was, work, relationship, it's still on your mind. You're feeling, you know, like you really didn't want it to end, or however it turned out. You have, you know, some hurt feelings about it. You haven't really completely processed it. However, you're looking at the moon. The moon shows some hidden things that you really, there were things beneath the surface. And so you're going to spend some time, you know, this is saying meditate on that and get clarity. Now through that, that's going to help you heal that Nine of Swords, because then you're going to have the full picture and go, oh, that's what happened. Okay. And so that is going to help you in your healing process. You're going to be processing the situation, because then we have here the Emperor and some choices, the Seven of Cups. Now, for some of you, the Emperor can represent government. It can represent a person of authority who makes some decisions. It can be a government. And then the Seven of Cups means some choices that you have ahead. Now, it can be interpreted different ways. So the Seven of Cups, you don't know what's under there, but there are some options. It could be maybe you're applying for government benefits or a government job, or you have some dealings with the government official, and they have some choice, the choices. You can start your own business, and it would be here and here. Here's your options. Or do you want to classify your business as this and this? Or arriving at a settlement, and how do you want it dispersed? Or maybe you have a separation of property or some benefits that you're applying for, and they say, how do you want this? What do you want? Or, do you want this but not this? There's some choices, but there's negotiations with a government official or with government. It's some sort of government involvement. This would apply for some. It can be, because it's very structured, and you can look at like either division of property, going forward on something, compensation for something, and they're saying, what do you want? It could be some sort of negotiation, and they're saying, well, how do you want to be compensated for it, or what do you want this to look like? Maybe there was some sort of civil thing, or maybe you were a victim of crime, and they're saying, how do you want to be compensated? Or maybe it's division of property, or some sort of like, for example, domestic, and they're saying, well, how do you want the assets to be divided, and the bills, like if you're in a divorce situation, or it can be even in government benefits. So it's something about the government and some choices that you have. But then we have here, you're undecided about your wish. So the Seven of Cups is, here's your choices, and you can't really make up your mind because you're blindfolded. Your wish, there's your wish, but you can't really decide what your wish is because you're blindfolded. And you have a couple of choices, but you don't have the information yet. So, what is that? Going through it blindly. That's going through it blindly. I don't know what that means. What they're saying is, for your wish, you really you cannot make a decision yet because you don't have clear information about your options. That's what it's saying. And then your final outcome is, here is your Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities for money, and the Five of Pentacles is looking at, it could be some delays, it could be maybe new job opportunities, but you need to be very careful about how they present it. It could be some delays, or it could be less than, but there's new opportunities for money coming to you. But the Five of Pentacles is like, could be delays, could be short. It could also be all those things that happened in the past that you are, making up for some losses, some compensations that were, owed you, and then your budget was off. But it's money coming to you, new opportunities. Could be a job, could be a delay. Also, yes, it could be a delay because during the holiday season, there's people are on holiday and they can't get everybody together to make a decision, like to hire. That's very possible. Or they're not going to put out the job announcement until after the first year. So there's some sort of delay about the new, For someone, you've applied for a new job, and don't worry about the delay. It just has to do with the holidays and people aren't there, and then somebody's got the winter cold or the COVID, and it's things slow down this time of year. And yes, COVID is still around, not like it was originally. It's more like more like a really bad cold for most people. But just be sure to take care of your health and wear a mask if you have any compromised health. Please take care of yourself, because I want you to be able to enjoy the videos next year, and I want you around because I care. about what it all about all of you and what happens to you. Now, the wisdom of the oracle. We're going to pull 3 cards. Yeah, I knew that this video was going to go long because your spirit guides are very strong today. The angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have for Leo today? And angels and archangels and spirit guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nina, what's wrong, honey? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, you're okay, sweetheart. And Nina gets so cold, you know, she doesn't have a long coat. And then I went looking for a sweater and I couldn't find it because half my stuff is packed. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Here we go. Okay. First card is come to the edge. Take risks. That's it. Take risks. You know, I talked about being flexible. You know, also be flexible in what you apply for a job or for, you know, something new. Do not, you know, you have that 8 of Swords, and those restrictions are what you place. It's courage taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. This goes along with your 8 of Swords. Take the risk. For example, if you knew how to do a particular job, but you've never been a manager, but you thought about it, or you thought, oh, that department looks really interesting, but you know, I don't have that one particular skill. Take a risk. Take a risk. You know, you get your name out there, and pretty soon you're going to get the result because it has to do with you being self-confident and knowing that you can do it. Then we have TikTok. This is about time. You know, time is linear, and it's just being in the flow. And it is number 30. Okay, number 30. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. So it's, you know, it's the timing of the universe. So it's being in the flow. That's like those delays that I was talking about, that's timing, divine timing. And then the other one is here and now. It's being in the present, 32. There's a message here about this with the timing. Okay, 32. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. So, be present. Now, we're going to pull the I Ching for you. Okay. There we go. And the I Ching. I gotta put my crystal here to clean these. Clear those. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the oracle card for our Leo? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay, here we go. Splitting apart. Number 23. Splitting apart. So I wonder if this is broken relationships or leaving the place. Moving forward. Here it is. Things are not the way they seem. Reality appears to be a hall of mirrors. Intrigues are multiplying like summer flies, and there are rumors of discontent. It is the time of illusion, disintegration, distrust, and deception. When you find yourself trapped in a hall of mirrors, it becomes necessary to retrace your steps, return to the familiar, take solace in what is firm and secure. There's no blame in holding back. Indeed, it is your responsibility to keep your strength intact for the period of revival that follows the period of disintegration as surely as dawn follows the night. Discretion is the better part of valor, and good timing is critical. Learn to choose the proper moments for action, thereby avoiding futile effort. Pay close attention to changes that signal a time to retreat. In the realm of personal relations, discovering illusion can be painful and confusing. That was your cups, like the Five of Cups. During a period such as this, it is wise to avoid undertaking bold new moves. It is especially important not to jump to conclusion when you sense that nothing is quite as it seems. Okay, now we're going to pull the Louise Hay affirmation card. Right here. Guides, and angels and archangels and spirit guides. Right here. Freedom is my divine right. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I'm created to be. And it talked about limitations. Don't limit yourself. That's what it's saying. Then the believe in your own magic. Right here. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the message for Leo with this? Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Number 38, which works out to an 11, which is a master number. A hard truth to swallow sometimes. Our villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. So it can be you lost that job, or the relationship broke up, or there was a loss of some sort. So this is the card for that. Now we have our meditation card for the week. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing, comments, like the video, hit the like. And our meditation card for this week is right here. Here we go. The sun, rise to the occasion. That's your meditation card for this week. Thank you so much, Leo. And Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.